Hello, wonderful people. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fabulously. Lots going on. I'm just going to recap a few things just to keep us on top of things and to just kind of be abreast of all the comings and goings of the other royals. We know that our infamous couple, Meghan and Harry, tend to take up most of our time. And let's just kind of do a recap and look at some things that are happening with some of the other royals, because we do want to start to look at what they're doing because, you know, we have to give it to them. They are doing everything right. They are doing the work that is expected of them. They have shown themselves to be responsible and committed and not self-serving to the things that they may want to do as opposed to what their duty is and their privilege of having all the things that they have. And it's not so much to ask to go out and do a little bit of charity to help those in need and to bring attention to the organizations that help those who are less fortunate. That is the duty of the royals, and I'm glad to see that some people are stepping up to their responsibility and not taking advantage of it to find wealth and celebrity on the backs of those who are less fortunate. And I think we know who that is, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier in one of my other videos, most recently, Beatrice, she did give birth to her daughter. Her name is Sienna Elizabeth Markel Mosey. And I want to make a correction. She is the child, this newborn royal child by Beatrice, is not the step sibling, but the half sibling of her husband's other child with a previous lady. So we know that Princess Beatrice is actually going to be a stepmom, but her daughter is going to be the half sibling of the son of her husband. Now, the royal name has been announced, and she actually chose to announce the name of the child on her Twitter account. And I thought that was great because this is the new way we do things. We are, we're in a new era. Hey, announce your child on Twitter. We no longer have to do things the way maybe certain protocols are done within royal circles. There's a new era of people being born into the royal circles. And before you know it, Harry and Meghan are no longer going to be of interest because the way they're going about their secluded lives by, for example, Meghan not even showing her child, Harry and Meghan not even showing their child to people, just shows that they're out of touch. They're out of touch with the people, and yet they can go to Harlem and exploit the children at this elementary school for their own sake by showing Meghan, for example, reading her book, The Bench, to these children. And at the same time, she won't even show her own child to people. But she don't have a problem going into the inner city and exploiting the children at this school for her own gain and purposes to increase their brand on this fake royal tour. It's ridiculous. So let's keep the other royals coming in to the royal family being born. I mean, we haven't yet seen Princess Beatrice's baby yet, but in due time we will. It's not going to be like 5, 6, 7 months later, like we know what's going on with Harry and Meghan. Now, not only followers, but having a new addition to the family is really a joyful time and very pleasing to the royal family. They share the same emotions as we do as normal families. And the process of seeing a baby for the first time, hearing its first cries, and naming the child brings immense joy. And I can only imagine that Princess Beatrice was also thinking, I wonder what my child gonna look like. Now, I know she wasn't saying, is it going to be black? Because if she did, that was going to be a real big problem for her because we know her husband is not black. But you see what I'm saying? We didn't have the same issues as we did with Harry and Meghan and the birth of their child, yada, yada. You get what I'm saying? Now, on Instagram, Mr. Markel Mosey said that these are the days I never want to forget. Princess Beatrice wrote, we are delighted to share that we have named our daughter Sienna Elizabeth Mapelli Mosey. We are all doing well, and Wolfie, the little son by Mr. Mosey is with his previous relationship, is now going to be a big brother to Sienna. That is so beautiful. He also says our life together has just begun, and I can't wait to see all the amazing things that await us. And I just love how they are sharing and inviting their feelings about their new family into our lives so that we can be a part of this very special occasion. Now, we know Prince Andrew, he had been pictured driving to meet his new granddaughter for the first time after his daughter had welcomed the baby girl. Now, there are some pictures that were obtained by the son as he left. The royals were seen smiling and waving at the crowds. And I know Prince Andrew, he trying to lay low. You know, because he got some situations going on right now. And yeah, things are not too good for him. So that stuff needs to get worked out because it's just all crazy right now. Okay, now the Duchess of Cornwall, she reveals her favorite book to be read to her grandchildren. I really think this is a really neat idea by the Duchess of Cornwall. Now, she has become a patron of an incredible charity that encourages young people to read to the elderly. This is such a great idea. And I can only imagine the joy that it brings people who are in these nursing homes when they hear the voice of a young person reading to them, how special that must feel to them. And I love that the Duchess of Cornwall has brought this together because we know that with her input in this, it's going to flourish very well. And this is why the work of the royals, what they do is so good, because it does bring recognition to great things that are needed in our society, because, you know, otherwise people are not going to know about these things, but them being somewhat recognizable and known, and, you know, not celebrities. I know they're not celebrities, but it really helps to bring attention to great work. Now, one of the children, Ollie, he read Ice Monster by David Williams. Now, interestingly, the Duchess revealed while listening that she had read quite a lot of times with her grandchildren. It's great to see how the Duchess, she really enjoys spending time with her grandchildren and giving them advice on books. Praising Ollie and Tegan for getting involved with the charity, the Duchess also said, when you are sitting by yourself, you get a little bit lonely, don't you? But it must be so cheering for them to hear a voice reading these lovely stories, and I think they are doing an absolutely brilliant job. Great work. Now, moving on, Prince William says that there is no time to waste in a climate change battle. This is wonderful what Prince William is doing. And it's not haphazardly done like what Harry is doing. And, you know, I don't want to always rag on Harry all the time, but you know, Harry, he is doing things contradictory to the things that he says. And this is why it is haphazardly done, because he's just vomiting at the mouth. He'll go take a private jet and go talk about climate change the same day on his way to an event. And he done took a private jet. Like, you are completely being hypocritical to the things that you are saying. But what Prince William is doing, he is committed and he is determined to really bring attention to an issue that is very important to him, and as it should be to all of us with these, you know, things that we're dealing with and battling climate changes. Now, recently, the Duke of Cambridge called on people to focus on a decade of change on the planet, telling TV viewers there is no time to waste. Prince William launched the Earthshot Prize, repairing our planet, along with singer Shakira. And I love Shakira. You know how she be moving her hips? You know, I like Shakira. That girl, she got some moves. And also with Sir David Attenborough, it's a new 5-part documentary which explains the planet's greatest environmental challenges and how we can fix them. Now, in a clip from the first episode, he is pictured standing against a backdrop of a full moon on a Norfolk beach as he says, "This is the moment for hope, not fear. A better, sustainable future is within reach. We just have to grasp for it." Outlining his groundbreaking plan for the Earthshot Prize, the Duke explains each year until 2030, we will award 5 $1 million prizes to those who believe that they can transform our chances of repairing our Earth within a decade. Man, now he's putting some serious dollars behind this, and this is to be commended. It really is. Prince William is not only talking about such issues, but he is also setting an example for others to follow. And that is to be commended. Go, Prince William. He's doing it the right way. He seems to do everything that he does the right way because he got sense. Prince Harry done lost all his sense. Really, he has lost his sense. His wife has just literally taken his sense out of his head and it's gone. And he needs help. Now, let's see how his project does for Prince William and what can be achieved through this initiative. Prince William and Kate Middleton reveal a new family pet. Now, you guys know I'm an animal person, and I can appreciate when there is a pet in the family because I too have my own special pet, Mr. Otis. Speaking of which, Mr. Otis is not here. He is in the other room, fast asleep, snoring away. And that's okay because sometimes it's just a bit much with him in here, and that's snoring. So the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge revealed that they have welcomed a new member of their family. And they visit the Northern Ireland on Wednesday, and Kate told one of the handlers, "We've had lots of animals during lockdown. During lockdown, animals are often like therapy." And that is so true. And not only that, they can help you get into shape. With myself, Otis has forced me to get up and move and exercise because I tell you, there are days I just don't feel like doing anything. But I know what the alternative is going to be in my house. So I know I have to get my butt up and do what I got to do. So it has forced me to do things that I don't want to do. And that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing because what is it that they say? Usually the hardest things to do, or the things that, you know, is the right thing to do, doesn't come so easily. It's easy to do the wrong thing, but it's hard to do the right thing. And Mr. Otis has forced me to do the right thing, and that's to get my butt up out the bed and go for a walk. But anyway, Prince William added that the family has acquired lots of chickens. While the Cambridges mostly reside at their London residence, apartment 1A at Kensington Palace, during lockdown they stayed at their country abode, Hamner Hall in Norfolk. Kate's brother, James Middleton, gifted the family a black Cocker Spaniel puppy in 2020, whose name is yet to be confirmed. Now, the Duke and Duchess sadly announced that their other beloved dog, Lupo, passed away at the age of 9 last November. Now, let's talk about Kate. We know Kate was looking mighty good when she went to the premiere of the James Bond premiere. She was looking fabulous. She looked amazing. And she is so poised in the way she presents herself. She doesn't look pretentious and gloaty and fake. She seems very genuine and humble and present and there for the right reasons. You know, we can say these things and appreciate them because we have seen the opposite of that. Because, you know, with everything we have seen with this other couple, we can appreciate when we have a good example. At some point, we got to get down to doing the work and being present and presenting the things that we need to do as part of our duty. And I think that is what Prince William and his wife have done for us. That they have given me a greater appreciation for the work that they do because of their example and what the alternative could be, if you know what I'm saying. So Kate, she also wore the ring on a number of occasions. That ring that she has is her iconic wedding ring that was given to her by her husband, which was Princess Diana's engagement ring. She was spotted wearing this sizable rock to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's royal wedding, later showing it off again during her visit to a Wimbledon championship. Now, William and Kate are preparing for a new position in their office. They are very, very busy royals, and anybody that's going to be working for them has best be on their A game, because they got work to do, and you got work to do to make sure that their work gets carried out in a very professional manner. So you might have a chance. They have a job opening for a personal assistant. Hey, if you meet the requirements to be a comprehensive administrative support to their busy team, hey, go apply for a job. I'm sure it pays pretty well and a very prestigious job. I know of myself, if I were still living back over in England, I would go apply. I would. I'd be like, hey, Kay, what you doing, girl? You want me to be your personal assistant? You know, I wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying it's like I would show up, be ready to do the work, rest to do the work. And that is a good position to have, I think. A very somewhat prestigious job to have as well. So the successful candidate will be responsible for managing diaries, arranging meetings, organizing, and assisting with visits, events, and travel. And they will also handle all of the Cambridge family correspondence. And that's all I have for updates today. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of some of the things that the other royals were doing, what they have done to keep our eyes on the prize and to see that there are good examples out there of people really, truly making a difference. And I can't wait to come to you guys with another story about another woman of color who has married into the upper echelons of society within Great Britain. And I want to also talk about the good examples, as I have spoken about Rose as well. I also want to speak about this lovely lady and how she has married into an aristocratic family. And she has been very upstanding in her commitment and duties to her husband. She ain't trying to connive and do all these things to get one over. So I can't wait to bring that to you guys as well, because I think it's important also to look at those who are also doing a good example and not just look at the bad examples of the royals of Harry and Meghan. So I'll be talking about that too. So until next time, you guys, peace and love. I love you. Bye-bye.